All right, guys, we have 5 more minutes. Matt's changing. We will be gathering to be doing this together. Every alignment event, podcast, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one, guys. All right. I wrote notes down somewhere and I can't find it. Where did I put my notes? Here comes the man of the hour. I had my notes and now I can't find them.
I'm going to keep mine on my computer.
All right, there he is.
Are we on?
We are.
Okay.
We're starting early so that we can get people flowing here. So just say hi and I'm gonna keep looking for my notes.
Okay.
So they're going here.
And I don't know if I wanted to.
Okay. All right, sweetie. So I think we have to bring this over a little bit.
I could go live on Quantum Potential as well.
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know.
Oh, you're about to do a post.
Oh.
Quantum Potential, you want to do live here.
Is this what I did?
Live.
Oh, I see. I've never actually gone live.
Do
you have to write any little notes in there?
Yeah. All right, guys, we have 3 more minutes. All right, we're gathering a group here. Hey, my friends. Okay, let's see if I can. You don't want to do practice. Oops. I don't want to do practice mode, so I don't know.
We just go live, and then I don't know if there's any like title to put into settings.
Usually it lets you walking unwanted comments just got easier. Okay, dismiss about me. Title and cover.
There we go. You want me to type it real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I just want to get us both. Well, I guess you'll come over here, and I want to get us centered in here.
Okay.
So, if you can just, there we
go. It works.
And then we gotta get you in there. Hello, hello. Happy New Year, Laura Lunace. Tennessee. Oh, hey, Diamond. Hi. Hey, this is my guy, Matt. So glad you tuned in. We have 1 more minute. We're just getting all the logistics, and then we're gonna have an awesome start to One Love Alignment. So I'm so excited. So excited. All right. We are live on 3 different streams here. So thanks for the hearts. We will be fielding all questions though over here, questions and comments on YT. So, so my friend Diamond, who I went to Tennessee with, she says, nice to meet you.
Ah, hello, Diamond. Oops, I gotta verify a birth age here on this. Okay, almost there.
We got 1 more minute, guys. Take a nice deep breath in. We are here together. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna start us with a song. This is a little song I wrote years ago about one love energy. So we're just gonna do that right now. We are. Oops. Take the microphone. We are one on this journey of light and love. We are one. We are one. We are one. We are one. Let's get that into our mind right now. We are one on this journey of light and love. We are one. We are one. We are one on this journey of light and love. We are one. We are one. We are one. We are one. We are one, beautiful beings, and that's what this whole project, One Love Alignment Sunday, is all about, is coming into our one love consciousness together. And Matt and I are so excited to start off the 2026 year together and really make this project fly, One Love Alignment. This is our first kind of big project where we are collaborating astrology and sound healing and just metaphysical wisdom and conversation. So we just thank each of you for being here, and we are doing this every first Sunday. So mark it on your calendars. This is our community. So let's just first start with grounding and centering, and then we're going to hand it over to Matt, and he's going to tell us all about not only the astrology for January to watch out for, but the highlights for the whole year, because it's a big year. It's a 1 year numerologically,
I'll
and he's
explain
going he's going to explain all that. And so let's just do a little grounding and intention setting. Here we are. Okay, let's take a deep breath together. Just land right here where you are. Matt and I have been doing a lot of house renovating, so we are landing and creating grounding cords ourselves. We have paint on our hands and we're all messed up. Let's take a nice deep breath in again. Ground. Imagine your grounding cord coming from your hips, going all the way to the core of the earth, or to the star chakra, 18 inches below your feet. One more breath in. Exhale and allow that grounding cord to ground into the star chakra or the root of the earth. Everyone just shimmy your shoulders. Good. We are here now, and we're tuning in to our one love consciousness. And we have this beautiful map of astrology that shows us basically the map of our awakening journey. And so this year, Matt's going to let us know what to watch out for, how to work along with the energies, how to face the challenges. And we'll go more into that conversation, but he's going to give us the pointers right now.
So first, one thing I want to stress that I think is interesting, kind of hit me recently. We go into these new years, from starting in January, and it's based on a calendar that has been in effect for a couple thousand years. So, which is fine. Some people don't like that, and I get it, because it started with it's been the Gregorian calendar for the last 500 years. That was put into place to fix the Julian calendar, which I think was based on Julius Caesar's reign. So regardless, the calendar was shifted. It used to be for who knows how long, for many thousands of years. It started with the spring equinox, and it shifted in time, was given to the month of January. January is named after the god Janus, which was the god of beginnings. So That kind of made sense, but it doesn't make sense to begin a new year right in the middle of winter. What hits me around this is that in this time, while we are under tropical astrology, we are in Capricorn season, and this is a great time to actually think about goals. Capricorn is has the influences of pondering, thinking about things, getting organized about plans, um, preparing for bigger obstacles ahead. And so it's a great time. It's not always a great time to kick off um, new ventures, but it's great for laying the groundwork, thinking about what you have to do, and getting ready for the few extra cycles we'll go through, which will be Aquarius, where you start to ponder your place in the community, and then you go into Pisces, where you really go within for a little bit and really ponder your dreams, and then go into Aries season, spring equinox, and that's the perfect time. That's when you
Mm.
really hit the gym. And I think if you do that, you'll more than likely stay going to the gym. But if you use this time to plan out well, rather than try to hit the gym right now, everything wants to go inward still. So um, that's just one of the things I think that has been really uh, I've been thinking about this a lot lately because I love writing out goals. I love getting into all those lists and pondering everything, and that all comes into play in the astrology of this year.
Oh, can I talk about that? Can I
Hmm.
piggyback? So in the solstice event that I did, we talked about how um, the shadow of the fall equinox, as you go into cave time, you face some of these shadows. But when winter comes and this new year of January comes, we actually, the light of the winter solstice comes on and ignites light
Mm,
onto the shadow. And
mm,
this is a beautiful time to
mm,
see how to release those shadows, how to process those shadows, how to live with those shadows, so that when spring does come and you want to really bloom and launch,
mm,
you don't have any balls and chains hanging down on you anymore
mm,
because you've worked through them, you've processed them.
mhm.
So it's just this beautiful energetics that the year has lined up for us. But sometimes uh, the mainstream kind of tweaks it a little bit so that we're kind of always pushing against the energy rather than flowing with it. So if we take the light of the solstice and we put it onto the shadows of the fall equinox and bring it into the spring equinox with freedom to bloom, I think we're going to flow with the energy rather than be resisting and having a harder time feeling stuck. And
Yeah,
yeah.
totally. And I think so that even ties in then to one of the first astrological aspects that we've gone through this month, just a couple days ago, is the full moon. Full moon. Moon was in Cancer, Capricorn Sun, and it's the full moon is just in astrology is the sun and moon are in opposition, uh, and they're it's a reflecting time. The moon is obviously in full complete reflection of the sun's energies, but the moon is also in Cancer, so it is bringing the themes of Cancerian energy that you may experience, regardless of what you are in your signs. Whatever your sun sign or rising, whatever it is, you have a Cancer influences in you, and those are going to be the places where you feel the most sensitive, the most where you feel the draw to home, to maybe to your mother. It's a lot of influences of the mother or motherly energy. So having a full moon there is a time where there is, while we're in this Capricorn phase for a whole month, we're in this experience of pondering, thinking, getting into a sense of plans, and but then the moon moves over as the full moon, and it wants us to pull away a little bit from all of those plans and bring it back into emotional roots. It probably was a time, I'd be curious to hear how many people were going through extra sensitivity a few days ago.
Me.
And the full moon, even though it really, the moon moves pretty fast astrologically, but it peaks only for a few hours, but the effect can be for a week. It can really last for a while. So it was a great time to kick off this year. This year has a lot of big changes that are we've been in the midst of having them, but this year really solidifies them. And it's really important to be aware of your emotional identity. And this moon has been doing that. So um, the rest of the month is, without going into the weeds of too many aspects, it's a lot of stuff clustered in Capricorn, and near the end of the month, it all moves into Aquarius. Uh, we don't always have as many planets. Mars, Mercury, Venus, um, Sun, and even the moon, they don't always cluster together like this, and they are clustering together. So there's just a lot of extra emphasis on Capricorn energy. And regardless of where it sits again in your sign, regardless of whatever, most of us know our sun signs. We usually don't know our rising signs, but um, it's good to know. And wherever Capricorn sits in your chart, it's influencing you in some way. So, and then Aquarius will be influencing you in some way. In general, you will be feeling at some point in your life, or in some area of your life, you're going to be feeling a draw to get organized around some things, start laying out some plans, laying out some groundwork. And then as it moves into Aquarius near the latter half of January, it will begin to move into, okay, so Aquarius is partly about community and also about being a bit removed from relationships, very close relationships. It can be a bit aloof, but it has the bigger picture in mind. So these are some energies that you may start to be feeling in some area of your life because there's so much emphasis in these signs. Aside from that, the rest of the month it's not too dramatic, nothing too major happening, which is really nice to know because of the extra energies that are going on this year. Should I go into what the year looks like?
Yes, I think
Okay.
everyone's like on the edge of their seats. Let's
Okay.
hear about the year.
So there are a few things that all line up this year, astrologically, numerologically, and even with the Chinese New Year. The Chinese New Year is not something I normally pay a whole lot of attention to, but this year it's really extra interesting. If anyone has heard yet, we are moving into the fire horse year. It doesn't happen very often. I say we're moving into because we actually haven't moved into. Chinese New Year doesn't happen at the same time as the Western New Year. It kicks off mid-February. The fire horse year is a time of drive forward. Think of a horse made of fire, of running with strong direction, and nothing is going to knock it down. That is an energy that we will all be feeling some aspect of. Numerologically, this is a year one. So the years go through cycles of 1 through 9. Last year was a 9. So this year being a 1, this means that now we have a completed cycle and we are kicking off again with new, revived, refueled energy. So Chinese New Year, numerologically, we're really feeling this draw to want to just move forward and make some change.
Full force ahead.
Then, astrologically, one of the most significant aspects that are happening, something that Hasn't happened since 1989, I think, which is Saturn and Neptune coming at an exact conjunction at 0 degrees. They were conjunct in around 1989, and they haven't been conjunct together. Conjunct means, yeah, exact same degrees. They haven't been conjunct together in Aries. Well, I don't know how long. I don't know if it could be, tens of thousands of years. I'm really not sure. Um, so, because Saturn moves fairly slowly, a few years in each sign. Neptune takes about 14 years just to move through one sign. So it takes a long time. None of us have ever experienced this. Uh, with this happening in Neptune, in Aries, just think of for a minute what these influences are. Saturn is form, structure, time. It is the father of discipline. It rules Capricorn. So all those energies of Capricorn that I was talking about, Saturn brings all of that. They call it the Lord of Karma. It wants to. It doesn't have to be a terrible thing. It just means it wants you to slow everything down, think about what you're doing, get serious, stop fooling around. That's Saturn. A lot of astrologers will call it Daddy Saturn. It's like the sort of quintessential father figure of times of old that was not playful at all. That's Saturn. There's no frivolity with Saturn. Neptune. Neptune, on the other hand, is the quite the opposite. It is the fantasy, the illusions. It dissolves boundaries between reality and imagination. It's think of it as the god of the sea, the going out of grounded reality into a place where everything is floating. So with both of these energies lining up together, which again happens very infrequently, what does that mean? It's bringing form, structure, discipline to fantasy and imagination, to your dreams. It Both these coming together is like, it means that they're joining forces. When they're conjunction, they're not fighting. These energies aren't at odds with each other. They're working together, and it's such a strange, unlikely pair. But to me, it's a very exciting one.
So what's it a good time for?
So, well, now here's the thing. Okay, they are both happening in Aries. Now, just at any point, tell me to move along faster. Then I'll talk about this for a long time.
Might just interject
Okay.
with some questions.
Because they're happening in Aries. Most people think of Aries, who maybe don't know astrology too well, will think of Aries as combative. It's the sign of the ram, so it wants to headbutt. Yes, it can be. But Aries is actually more than anything. It's independence. It's the sign of spring. It's the sign of launching forward. I have a very strong Aries placements. I'm a triple Aries, and I could tell you, I don't combat a whole lot, but I sure do start things. I get very excited about starting things. I have a problem thinking that I can't do anything. I have a hard time finishing things. So that's very, very Aries. Aries wants to, it is the quintessential sign of identity. It is the sign of just stepping into, who am I? I am this, and let's step forward into life. So knowing that with Saturn and Neptune, form and structure with fantasy and dreams, it is all happening with a sense of identity. So 2026 is kicking off. These two planets actually hit conjunction. And actually, they both hit 0 degrees on February 14th. They had exact around February 20th. We'll be feeling this now. We'll be feeling it, but we'll really be feeling it as the month ends and is coming close to Valentine's Day. And we'll continue to feel this. They will be connected together throughout the year.
So what can you predict that we might be feeling?
We are feeling a restructuring of how we see ourselves,
Mm.
our sense of who we are, our sense of identity. This is a time more than any that people will be switching up their perception, their own personal perception of who they are. With a few of the things that are happening this year, Jupiter, benefic planet, moving into Leo, which is a sign of uh, being creativity and the sign of the shine of a spotlight, that even strengthens this. And then the nodes, North Node and South Node, which are the points that we always have of feeling what is the old versus what is the new, what we're stepping into. That's moving into Aquarius and Leo as well. So this year is all about, and we'll be feeling it. There will be more dissolving, I think, of celebrity status than we've ever seen before, and more people stepping into their own truth, their own expression of who they feel they are. This will be the greatest invitation to be completely true to you. This will be the one of the strongest years for manifestation than we've had in a very long time. Uh, Mars typically goes retrograde, or does, I don't know if it's every year or every couple of years, but all of these energies, and then Mars also isn't even going retrograde this year. So Mars, a planet of drive and action, without it going retrograde, means that all year long, everything is moving forward. Fire horse, numerology, universal year one. Uh, all of these energies, everything is saying, who do you want to be? Are you being true to you? Are you ready to be all of whoever you want to truly be? Not just who you want to be, but who are you truly?
Who you call who is your soul calling you to be
Mm.
from the authentic beingness of one love consciousness that we all are. So we
Mm.
all are this one love consciousness. That's like the authentic nature. But we have these avatars, these lives that we're living, and that particular soul is launching us into this role this year. And it's so exciting.
Mm.
The role that your soul is calling to you will be connected to that authentic one love consciousness. And so anything that's in the way of that is this winter time, these next 3 months, the shadows will rise up for you to take a look and say, yeah, no, no, let's process, yes, okay, love. And we're going to be doing this kind of, cleaning out the closet, taking out one garment. Yes.
Mm.
No. Okay. So that's kind of the energy of the next few
Mm.
months as we really step in to spring, and that's how I'm seeing it.
Yeah. And then, so what do you, is like my question to you to
Okay.
think, really ponder this, like when there's a time of feeling like this draw to question, who am I really? Who is the true me? Oh, I'm feeling this inkling toward this or toward that. And there's a part of it can be egoic, part of it can be that a pull toward something that I've always kind of wanted to be this. That might be absolutely true, but it may also, I don't know, is it absolutely true? And I guess that's the question. How do you decipher the honest
Yeah.
expression?
And that is so important because we get parented and we get programmed
Mm.
from a very young age to think that certain things are just us, or I've just had this inkling for a long time, but is it really soul connected? So I have some tools here for us
Mm.
to use to really hone in, like, is this my human mind, which is based in fear, confusion, overwhelm, clarity versus stuckness, or is it the mind of the soul, which is that higher mind? So we could ask ourselves, who am I being right now? So these tools are questions, and when you say a question like this, an open-ended question to the universe, it's amazing that the awareness that comes up, maybe not this second, but throughout the week, all of a sudden, if you start journaling and ask yourself as something comes up, as a shadow comes up, or, a classic is like your dad or mom wanted you to be what they didn't get to be, or that what they are. Like, I want you to be a lawyer, I want you to be a doctor, I want you to be whatever. I want you to be a certain religion, right? Like, those things are formed at a very young age. And sometimes we have to unravel them in the subconscious because they're not truly ours. So, who am I being right now? The next question is, how old am I being? Because the how old am I being, this is so ninja. I love this energetic question, because if you ask how old are you being, then you actually go to the age that this program started living you.
And then how do you get the answer for that?
So the answer comes as a revelation. The answer comes as an intuition. And so this year is going to ask you to really trust yourself, really trust the revelation and awareness that comes through. Now, how do you know the difference between awareness and like an ego thought? Well, we want to practice in silence. We want to practice being with our soul self. And you'll notice awareness kind of pops in without an agenda, right? Ego wants an agenda. It's loud. It'll be like, hey, no, listen to this. This is important. Soul self doesn't do that. It's very patient. The ego will be loud. It will be like, this is important. It'll be ego or entity. And those are the things that you want to start saying, I hear you, buddy, but put it over to the side. And we really want to tune in to that patient, quiet voice of the soul. It comes as revelation. It comes as awareness. It comes as like an automatic writing after journaling, and also comes after sound. That's what I love. Like when you hear me in here and I'm like doing my sounding, when I do my sounding, I'm emptying. And then all of a sudden the awareness and revelation comes so much clearer and pops in so quickly. And so the other question you can do is, who is this? When something's coming up, like, I should go back to school, I should do this, right? Usually should's a clarity, right. a cue. But you say, who is this? Or who am I being right now? Who is this? How old am I being? Because these three questions give you an indicator of where and when this was programmed, where you adapted and adopted this energetic from. And then the other thing is, you can say, who does this belong to? And I'm going to return it now. So how many times have we, I think the two of us have seen it in our 22-year-old marriage, where I see him acting like his dad and me acting like my mom. Like we adopt certain characteristics or certain programs or certain perspectives. And once we wake up, we realize, oh, that's not really my perspective. And we can actually energetically return it to sender with gratitude. So we can clear our own field. And so here's a few other notes.
Actually, let me just add one to that. Should. This is something that I've found over the years, is when you say, I'm just dot. It seems like those are the moments where there's some truth to whatever you're going to say, but it's also based more in some old pattern, some smaller, lower level comfort zone of your identity, and it's not taking into account everything that you are. So whatever it is, I'm trying to think of an example, but like, I'm just sick of that person. I just want to relax today. Yes, and that's all okay, but it's masking something bigger.
Yeah, the I'm just is a real indicator of a program that's active.
Yeah.
And it's not the authentic self.
Yeah.
So another thought here
Mhm.
is ask yourself, if I could be love through this avatar, who would I be? Who and what would I be?
Mm.
So we get to be something new.
Mm.
This 1 year is encouraging our soul role to blossom. I wrote that in my writing today. Your soul role, and the cool thing is that frequencies can help you start to play with things. So you can empty frequencies, and then you can focus and expand frequencies. This was something that came through today in my meditation. Is frequencies are the matrix materials.
Mm.
Frequencies don't happen in the I am.
Mm.
Frequencies only happen in the illusionary field of like the 3D, the physical
Mm.
world, and it's all based in frequencies. So where you place programs are frequencies, thoughts, feelings, and emotions are all frequencies. They all start at a frequency.
Mm.
So these matrix materials, like where do you want to focus? Where is your soul asking you to step up into your soul role? And it's just exciting. I'm bubbling up with excitement with
Mm.
everything you're saying
Mm.
about how everything's lined up for our imagination and our creativity, our manifesting to step root into actually the divine
Mm.
masculine. So it's like I
Mm.
feel like what's happening is like the divine feminine and divine masculine are both up, and they're
Mm.
at this year they're swirling and working so
Mm.
beautifully together. Like
Mm.
some years it's a more masculine year, some
Yeah.
years it's a more feminine year.
Right.
This one, it seems like with what you said was with Saturn and Neptune, it's
Mm.
almost like they're both up, the divine masculine and feminine, and they are coming together and working their magic together.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. And there's a lot of fire and air. Um, often there could be mixes of water as well, and earth, and those can be obviously earth is more grounded, water is much more sensitivity, but fire and air is more mental and thinking. Fire is more fire, go forward, rush forward. They are the energies, though, especially because it goes between Aquarius and Leo, becomes a lot of polarities in this year. And yeah, there is some of that. There is a lot of dance of interesting energies with Jupiter moving into Leo. That's going to be a phase of much more creative expression. At the same time, with these Saturn and Neptune, so much about personal identity. Again, wherever it fits in each person's chart, it's going to affect you differently. There'll be areas where it will be challenging and difficult, um, but I'm excited for it
Yeah.
myself.
Oh, you know
So,
what, guys? I want to put a plug in because today is our last day for our flash sale. It's 50% off the website price.
mm.
And if you have an area that's a shadow area for you, say emotions or wealth or relationships, or voice, or getting clarity about your soul role, we have
Mm.
something called the Harmonic Healing Map, where Matt does some astrology reading, and we create a chakra healing map, and I create a personalized sound activation and healing for you. So that's at harmonichealingmap.com. And you can use the code. Actually, if you want to type these in,
The code will pop up.
oh, the code will pop up. Great.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's full moon 50, and you can get 50% off right now.
yeah.
And that's ending, I guess, tomorrow morning. So,
Mm.
guys, if
Make sure that code pops up.
yeah,
I'll just
okay.
double check.
So that's
Okay.
harmonichealingmap.com. Okay. That's on 50% flash sale right now. Um, what I wanted to say,
Yeah.
I am curious, what can we look toward for challenges? Like what's in the astrology, which months are going to be the most challenging for us? Because I've heard a lot of people talk about this year being kind of um like negative too. We're talking
Yeah,
about the positive, which I'm super
absolutely.
excited about. But
So any time there's some really major changes coming, that's also there's very likely going to be major political unrest. I mean, obviously, we always go through that, and last year I think we saw a good deal of it, but this year I think there's going to be a whole lot more. I think this is going to be a year where there will be a lot more political leaders. Either leaving their leadership post or leaving this 3D realm entirely. I think we're going to see, and while on, without going into it too much, that can also be a really positive thing, but it can also be a time of a lot of upheaval. There's going to be a lot of upheaval. One of the biggest things is Uranus is a sign that, or a planet that moves slowly, takes 7 years, but it's the planet of rebellion, sudden changes. It's a sign or planet again of relating to technology. It has been in Taurus for a long time, and it's a challenge in Taurus because Taurus is a sign of grounded energy, and Uranus going through that for the last 7 years has been causing fluctuation of wherever we feel grounded. With it moving, that on one level sounds nice to me. I'm happy to have Uranus out of Taurus, but it moves into Gemini. Throughout history, when Uranus has gone into Gemini, it has been a time of a lot of wars, a lot of civil wars, a lot of, just a lot of conflict. And I think that this spring we're going to see some stuff. Mars will hit over Mars will hit over Pluto, and that's another time where it can be some extra conflict, extra aggression. And as then Uranus moves into Gemini, I want to say that's in April. So I think this spring is going to be some time of a lot of, hold on to your hats and hold on to your seats, and it's going to be kind of wild. What we can do during this time is really leaning back into this idea of coming back to your truest sense of self. You're pondering that who are you? And I love that thought of how did you phrase that? Who am I? Who would I be?
if I could be love through this avatar, who and what would I be?
Yeah.
So that is our.
Or like your
question.
tattoo says.
Oh.
Your tattoo says, "What would love do?" Maybe hard to read that, but what would love do? So if at any moments in feeling the fears, just feeling unsettled about everything that's going on, knowing that there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, whatever we're going through. Some of the events that are happening this summer, with again Jupiter moving into Leo, and then the nodes changing, which means when the nodes change, it just means, one of the things that happens with it is it changes the course of the eclipses. So we've had eclipses in Pisces and Virgo, and now they will be in Leo. And we're having a great solar eclipse in Leo in August, and that is kind of like a reset as well. So again, the reset theme, which just keeps happening. So just again, think of the etch a sketches, those little etch a sketches where you're drawing the thing and you're working out, everything's coming together, and then you got to shake it up to start over. That's the energy of this year. And some of last year. Last year has been a lot of the beginning to shake it up. Last year also, or we're currently in the Chinese year, is the year of the snake shedding a skin and moving into the fire horse and ready to start drawing up the new plans, the new life. And
so from what you're saying, I'm seeing that like we could see some intensity in the field. We could see intensity on news and social media. But these are just stories that are act out to shift energies. So when we are tempted to have the fear build up, remember this meeting here, the excitement of the new, the imagination. Things have to, the shadow has to come up and be processed and digested. And perhaps this is what's going to be happening this year. As we imagine and create, the shadows are kind of lingering behind. We take them, we process, and acknowledge. I posted something over here on TikTok today about you acknowledge, you empty, and then you realign. Okay, so that's kind of like a 3-step practice we can all do this year. Is, you always want to be acknowledging the fear, the things that come up. This astrology is an intense year. There's a lot of excitement about it that I'm hearing, but then there's also some things. There's going to be some big changes that are going to create fear. And so acknowledge the fear, but then empty it out, because that's not who you are. And if we can stay, and we're going to end with a sound activation. If we can stay in this one love alignment, which meaning that we're all tuned in and tapped on together. We have this field of love that we can tune into whatever fear comes up. That's just going to help process the fear and empty it out. And then we realign. And so make sure you put this first Sunday on the calendar, because coming back into this energy of feeling connected in to one love, to people that are focused on one love, that are awakening to this as their true identity, is going to help us process the fear. So again, acknowledge it, then empty it. And there's lots of different ways to empty out frequency, right? I like doing it through voice. I like doing it through metaphysical prayer. You can do it through sound healing. You can do it through Reiki. You can do it through, how do you empty fear and denser frequencies?
I I exercise, that helps a lot. Get a very
Just move.
strenuous workout, move through things. That's like a first. That's where, if it's really out of control, I need to do that. I need to sweat, and then I start to feel better. But then from there, it's uh, writing, like stream of consciousness writing. Just dump stuff out. Do the technique of morning pages. Just get at least 3 pages written, and nearly every time it starts to resolve, and that's letting go. It's like layers. It's letting go of first the physical tension that I'm feeling, then it's letting go of the mental tension that I'm feeling. From there, then I'm really able just to sink in a little bit more, meditate, and then there's times that I need just a little extra help. That's where you come in with either doing bars, doing a sound healing, and that also just settles me. So
Yeah. So whatever, there's so many tools. So we can work through and acknowledge the fear. We can empty it out, and then we realign with our one love. So there'll be posts on all these platforms here to help you through the year. So that just exercises and inspirations and sounds. So if you're following us on these platforms, you'll definitely be getting ways to work through the fear that it's going to come up. It's going to come up, but we're ready for it. That's what we got. Get out in nature, Laura Luna say. Exactly. Let's get some of that tree bathing. I love putting my forehead, my third eye, against a tree trunk. And oh my gosh, the grounding that happens, the release that happens. Have you ever done that?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing. All right. So before we head into the sound activation, does anyone have any questions about this metaphysical piece of stepping into your soul role, or any questions for Matt around the astrology? And we can field a few questions. We're going to go a little longer than an hour because this was such a big kickoff.
And as we're waiting for that, I just want to stress again too for everybody that, because a lot of people don't know all their own their own natal chart, their own astrological chart. Um, it's really important to at least look it up. I mean, at the very least, you can type into all sorts of sites and get a gist of where all the planets align in your own chart. When you know that, and when you know which houses, you have 12 houses in your chart, you have 12 signs, and they're all playing out, uh, laying out the sort of fingerprint of your potential and your general expression of who you are. So knowing that can help you know how some of these things are going to show up for you. So um, like for me, the things with these major changes in Aries, that hits right at my own personal expression. I'm an Aries rising, so that means my general first step into existence, the who I am at first, before anything else starts to kind of play out in how I communicate or how I receive love or how I anything, it's first Aries. And so knowing that, I know, okay, I have Saturn moving through my first house. I have Neptune coming into my first house. They're going to be lining up right over my sun for a good while. If I didn't know that, the last time Saturn went through my first house right over my sun, I was living in Europe, and all of a sudden I was like, I have to go. And I like stopped everything that I was doing and just flew back home. Over the course of like a month, I was like, I feel this like pull, something's not right. I just got to go. Now, it wasn't a bad decision. It would have been nice to know that there was something tugging at my own personal expression. I needed to do something kind of different.
You know, I have a little example too, but just the other day, I remember when I'm not a super like emoting person, but the other day I just started crying and just getting so emotional about things, and I was like, what is happening? And it is so awesome that I could go to you. You know my chart like better than your own chart, and you told me which transit was coming through. I think it was a transit and a moon.
Yeah.
And it just explained to me that this was a very fleeting thing. Just be gentle and honor yourself for 24 hours. Let these emotions, and it just makes you feel like everything's okay, that this is a phase of just release rather than like, what's going on? Like, why am I doing, it stopped me questioning myself and just said, I'm just going to be with the energy. When Matt told me that, oh, this is what's going on in your chart. So it's super important to know your chart. And again, Matt does that in the harmonic healing map. He
in a very specific way.
very
So
specific way.
depending on the type of map you choose, it's looking up the specific planets and aspects and how they affect you in your whatever it is, your how you express yourself and your confidence, how you work in career or in relationships or in wealth. There are things that can be very specifically looked at and then lined up with a chakra therapy, and then all of that gets handed over to Rebecca with where she pulls in all that information, knows certain notes to work with, and then does her own channeled intuitive sound healing. So, oh yeah, putting that there. Harmonic healing map.
Okay, so that's ending tomorrow morning. All right. So, did anyone have any questions or comments? Hey, Stacy. Before we start the sound activation, I'm loving this combination of learning about the energies with the astrology and then grounding ourselves in a sound activation where we are coming back to that one love alignment, coming back to that authentic self. So you get this experience of yourself so that whatever's happening, right, we are ready for it. We're ready for this question. If I could be love through this avatar, who and what would I be? And you're going to step into that soul role that's calling you. All right. Any questions? No questions today. Wow, you must have been very thorough and clear.
I guess so. Well, it happens once in a while.
All right. Any questions, comments? Guys, and certainly not certainly not let's see. Okay, we just got some emojis. And if you feel called, we do have a donation line open at Venmo. Venmo is Rebecca dash Abraxas. If you want to do any donations for this live for the astrology and sound activation. So that's Venmo, Rebecca at Rebecca dash Abraxas. It's also in my bio link, and it's in the comment section there. All right, guys. Well, then, if there's no questions, let's get ready. Let's get ready for the sound activation.
I'm going to step off and let you just take full center screen.
Okay.
Lay down.
Okay. Do you need a pillow, sweet?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, that makes that look not nice. You go grab a pillow. All right, guys. So if you can, let yourself really relax, lay down. Okay. We got the drums here. Okay, there's going to be 3 parts to the sound activation. If you saw my post the other day, there's 3 really important parts to a sound activation. One is, let's remember, we're going to clear the field. We're going to clear the space. Okay. The second one is to calm the nervous system. And then the third part is that soul to soul connection and talk and activation. So that's what's going to be happening here, those 3 aspects. Okay. All right. Any questions about the sound activation? I'm working from the field of one love consciousness, the I am presence. I'm working with the F bowl, which is opening up our heart center. And I'm working with the 2 Koshi chimes. Okay. All right, guys.
Should anyone know how they should be ready to receive this?
How to receive it?
Like, should they get lay down?
Oh, you were just out there. I told everyone.
Oh, you did? Oh, sorry.
So you can make yourself a nice nest and lay down. You can sit down upright and do it like a meditation. You can do it however you would like. Here we go. Allow yourself to become super present right here, right now. We'll start to just tune into your breath, acknowledging and feeling the inhale and the exhale, the filling up and the contraction. Right here, right now, present with your divine mind and your avatar, your body. Letting the sounds start to quiet your mind and quiet the nervous system, calming down, allowing this reset. You are a wonder. You are a beautiful wonder. You are whole. You are love. You are peace. You are now. Hey, oh, hey, hey, oh, hey. Tune in. Tune into your heart space. Tune into your soul self. Feel it as one soul for all of us. One love, alignment. And in that space, you have total clarity of the soul role that is being asked of you this year. You know just what frequencies to pay attention to and give attention to, and which ones to empty. And we're going to end with these affirmations to say to yourself, to incite positive action as we enter this field of the fire horse. From this point on in my life, there is no failure. I am capable. I take action. Action right now to begin a definite improvement. I stop blocking myself. I act now with my divine self. I am no longer my worst enemy, but my biggest champion and cheerleader. I put my past behind me. Without hesitation, I begin reconstructing my life right now. I am in positive, loving change. I have perfect clarity of my soul role and the steps and actions to take. May it be so. May it be so. May it be so. Thank you, beautiful beings, for being here with us, and thank you for watching the replay. If you do that, I want to let you guys know that every Monday night I meet here on these platforms, giving mini sound baths and metaphysical mentoring. And then on Tuesday mornings, we hold as a tribe 3 minutes of love together, where two or more people, when they hold a common frequency, it creates a potent resonant field. And a resonant field is a reality. So Tuesday mornings, we create a reality of love in the collective. So put these on your calendar. They're free events. Thank you, Pia. Thank you so much for being here. And that's Monday night at 7:15 p.m. Mountain Time. And Tuesday morning, 8:45. Well, I think I'm going to do earlier, 8:30. 8:30 a.m. Mountain Time. And these could probably go around 75 minutes next time too. These are the first Sunday. So what is the next first Sunday?
I do not know.
No.
Yeah.
But it's around February 4th or something like that. And just one last reminder that our harmonic healing maps are 50% off till the end of the day, till midnight. So get it in on that. It's only $222 for a really specific astrology reading and chakra healing map and a professionally recorded, personalized sound activation for you that goes along with the astrology reading. All right, beautiful beings. Thank you so much for being here. Here we go into 2026.
2026. Yep.
It's exciting. Okay.
Okay.
Bye, guys. Love, love, love. Okay. Bye, guys. What's up? Okay. 11 comments. Okay.